Hello everybody, welcome to the first ever episode on this channel. My name is Maxi. I grew up in mainland China. Mandarin Chinese is my mother tongue. I hope what I share here can help you if you want to learn this language. So if you've ever thought about learning Chinese, you may have already heard that it's one of the most and maybe the most difficult language in the world. Well, I think maybe it is, but not in a definite way. It's just that it's so different from the other languages in the world. But once you understand how it works, it may be the most logical language in the world to learn. It's like language Lego. So here today, I'm gonna give you a landscape so that you know what to expect when you learn this language. Okay, first, the best news. The Chinese grammar is very simple and freestyle. No conjugation, no tense, no plural versus singular forms, and the nouns are genderless. Once you know a Chinese word, it never changes its form. You don't have to memorize endless tables like when you learn English or German. The words are consistent, the Chinese grammatical structure is simple, and the logic is consistent. I've heard some learners say that Chinese seems very hard at the beginning because there are just too many characters to memorize, but it actually gets easier because the more you learn, there are less to memorize and more to understand. And the second good news, Chinese words are very descriptive by nature. They tell you what something is, does, or feels like. Just by looking at them, you automatically know a lot of things already. For example, our word for computer is 电脑. 电 means electricity, 脑 means brain, so it literally means electric brain. And our word for train, the vehicle train, is 火车. 火 means fire, 车 means vehicle, so it literally says fire vehicle because it used to burn coals for energy to drive that vehicle, right? So, because of this nature, even some very niche words that you have never seen before are quite understandable when you first see them. For example, this is a very, very niche word, 钗头凤. It's a song's name. Chai is a special kind of accessory that you put in your hair. And 头 means head, tip, peak. And 凤 is phoenix. So together, you can see that it's a phoenix-shaped decoration at the tip of a special kind of accessory on your hair. You get all those information or a vague resemblance just by looking at this word. And all this information are just in 3 syllables. Okay, by now I think you can already see that the fundamental structure of Chinese is very different from languages like English. Here, every syllable is a word, every character is 1 syllable, and it is a word. And then by combining all these words in different orders or putting them in different situations, you form compound words to express more things, while still maintaining all the information of the original words. So I think it's quite an economical language. Once you've learned the logic, you start guessing meaning and start playing with language Lego blocks. Okay, now the frightening part, the Chinese characters. For starters, the characters are not our alphabet. We don't have an alphabet. The closest thing we have for an alphabet is pinyin, which tells you how to pronounce the characters. We adopted it from Western languages to make Chinese easier to teach. So, how many Chinese characters are there? At this moment, there are more than 85,000 Chinese characters that are officially registered. But you don't need to learn all of them because not even native speakers know all of them. What we do is, whenever we see a character that we have never seen before, we check the dictionary. This happens less and less as you grow and learn, but it happens throughout your whole life. The commonly used Chinese characters are just around 3,500, and you can already handle your daily communication with just around 1,000 to 1,500. And you can certainly already survive even before that. Actually, I only started systematically learning the characters when I was 6, when I first got into elementary school. And for the first 2 to 3 years of elementary school, we wrote our homework only in pinyin. So this character part is really not that intimidating as many people are talking about. But don't get me wrong, you still need to learn the characters Because Chinese does not only store information in the syllables in the pronunciation, it also stores syllables in the characters. They are as important, you just cannot separate them. Okay, now about tones. This may be tricky if you are from a non-tonal language. Tones matter. Go and go are totally different. But it's not like some acrobatic technique. It's just like riffing through tones when you sing. And you don't even need to be pitch accurate because it's only about the direction of the riffing. And I already have another video teaching this. If you want to learn, you can check that video. Anyways, when you get exposed to enough of them, they are just different sounds. I mean, we can already do this even before we realize there is a thing called tone. And you don't even need to be accurate with the tones because even some native speakers don't. People from different regions will have some tiny deviation from one tone or several tones, and it's still easy for us to understand them. Sometimes it can get unclear which word they are trying to say, so we just ask which character it is. And that is very common among native speakers. Okay, that is today's video. I hope I have given you a clear landscape about this language. And if you are interested in learning Chinese, leave a like and subscribe. I am preparing more content to help you do that. And finally, I want to say the fastest way to learn a language is not by memorizing grammar rules, but by listening more. And I am also preparing more videos to help you do that. So, thank you for watching this far. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.